Get ready for the most historically diverse and transparent news conference in the history of the United States. Here we go. Welcome to the Nino G Show. I'm your host, Nino Vaquero. Stopping tyranny, or at least trying to exploit it. Today, what did I watch? What the heck did I witness with that terrible display of transparency news conference of Joe Biden? His first historic and historically diverse news conference. Before we go into that, I want to take you guys on a little trip down memory lane and really show you how respectful, how diligent the media was in the last administration. Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Acosta accosting President Trump.
They're hundreds and hundreds of
You know
miles
what?
away. That's
I
not
think
an
you
invasion.
should, honestly, I think you should let me run the country. You run CNN.
All right.
And if you did it well, your ratings
Let
would
me
be
ask,
much
if
better.
I may
Okay,
ask
that's
one other
enough.
question, Mr. President. If I may ask
Peter,
one
go
other
ahead.
question, are you worried?
That's enough. That's
Mr.
enough.
President, I
That's
was going
enough.
to ask one of the other folks.
That's
had,
enough.
Pardon me, ma'am. Mr.
Excuse
President,
me. That's enough.
Mr. President, I had one other
Peter,
question,
let's
if
go.
I may ask, on the Russia investigation. Are you concerned that you may have?
I'm not concerned
indictments-
about anything with
that you
the
may have
Russian
indictments coming down?
investigation because it's a hoax.
Damn! That's what I'm talking about. And as you can tell from the last episode, it was a hoax. It was a part of the big dupe. All right. So the stunning display of leftism, liberalism in general, the do as I say, not as I do crowd, verbally accosting and looking like a bunch of damn caged animals in there, hooting and hollering during a presidential press conference. That is crazy. Without further ado, I do want to show you the historical Biden press conference. But before I do that, we need to pay homage to, ladies and gentlemen, the Harris-Biden administration. Thank you, Joe, for always being in government. Thank you, Kami, the pantsuit handler. Thank you for always just being an arm's length away and filling that spot when it comes necessary. Thank you for being so transparent. Thank you for surging the border. Thank you for all you do. Ladies and gentlemen, the Harris-Biden administration. First, press conference. Keep in mind the stark difference of this controlled environment because of the whatever's going on, but just look at the demeanor of everybody and how respectfully diverse and amazing they are. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Biden.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon. Before I take questions, I want to give you a progress report to the nation on where we stand 65 days into office here.
Where we stand 65 days in office with Operation Warp Speed, which has given our administration one of the greatest jump starts on the deadliest virus in U.S. history.
On vaccinations and a few other top priorities for the American people. First, on vaccinations. On December 8th, I indicated that I hope to get 100 million shots in people's arms in my first 100 days. We met that goal last week by day 58.
Very good. Read your notes, but yes, they did. Under Operation Warp Speed. That'll be another episode one of these days when I go into the General Accounting Office and I show how amazing the ingenuity, the work of the American people to save the world from this virus under Operation Warp Speed. Operation Warp Speed gave the Biden administration 32 million shots before his first day in office. So that was roughly 1.2 million shots per day before they even got in. But remember, Joe Biden said that they didn't have a vaccine by then. But Joe Biden.
42 days ahead of schedule. Now today I'm setting a second goal, and that is we will, by my 100th day in office, have administered 200 million shots in people's arms. That's right, 200 million shots in 100 days. I know it's ambitious, twice our original goal, but no other country in the world has even come close.
Thanks to Operation Warp Speed and the ingenuity of the American people, the saviors of the world. I want to prepare you guys for what you're about to see. You're about to see something very, very alarming, very communistic, very socialistic. We have a current president who comes to the podium in a nice, stunningly brave way. The media's completely complicit, complacent, whatever. Submissive is what I want to say. Submissive to this. He has prepared notes, a series of them, and I want to show you now how alarming it is, where he has a list of pre-answered questions that the media got prior to this, and he also has a list of who he's going to ask. Oh, man! Stop peeing on our backs and telling us it's raining, Mr. Biden. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Biden.
We're going to move on these one at a time, try to do as many simultaneous as we can, but that's the reason why I focused as I have. And here's the deal. I think my Republican colleagues are going to have to determine whether or not we want to work together or they'll decide that the way in which they want to proceed is to just decide to divide the country, continue the politics of division. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to move forward and take these things as they come.
I'm very glad that you remembered to look down at your answer for that. But I do want to warn the American people that there is no working together with them. They are trying to get rid of the filibuster. We're going to hit that here shortly. They have a 50, well, basically it's 50-50. The Senate is 50-50 with Commie voting as 51 there. Dead down the middle, but they don't care. They want to ram down, like Joe just said. They want to ram so many policies down that the American people can't keep up with the pathetic spending that they're doing. They're depleting our treasury on our next generation's wealth, if they have it. Mr. Joe, please choose your next candidate and look down at your list, please.
So let's see what happens. All I know, I've been hired to solve problems, not create division.
Next.
Okay. How about Yamiche?
All right, Yamiche. Yamiche, you doing?
Thanks so much, Mr. President.
Before we go into this, I want you to really understand the left and how they ask questions. So it's not a simple yes or no, like, hey, Mr. President, why did you say this?
What I would do as president is several more things, because things have changed. I would, in fact, make sure that we immediately surge to the border. All those people are seeking asylum.
Yikes. So instead of asking a question like that or a simple yes or no, I want you to really understand, or even just listen, just truly listen to how these journalists, how they ask this question, this leading question, this probing, prepping, patting softball of a question. Ladies and gentlemen, Yamiche.
You've said over and over again that immigrants shouldn't come to this country right now. This isn't the time to come. That message is not being received. Instead, the perception of you that got you elected as a moral, decent man is the reason why a lot of immigrants are coming to this country and entrusting you with unaccompanied minors. How do you resolve that tension? And how are you choosing which families can stay and which can go, given the fact that even though with Title 42, there are some families that are staying? Is there a timeline for when we won't be seeing these overcrowded facilities run by CPB when it comes to unaccompanied minors?
Well, look, I guess I should be flattered. People are coming because I'm the nice guy. That's the reason why it's happening.
No, I think the reason why it's happening is because what I just said, or what you just said. Go ahead, Joe, tell me what you said during the Devilcratic presidential debate.
What I would do as president is several more things, because things have changed. I would, in fact, make sure that we immediately surge to the border. All those people are seeking asylum.
I don't want to go far into this press conference because, quite frankly, it was embarrassing. And I'm watching, I'm actually going to Sky News Australia now for getting some news sources. I accidentally clicked on it one day and was looking into it. And it is alarming what they are showing about our country and even talking about this press conference too. But I'll let you guys look this up. It's Biden answers press questions in the first news conference on Fox News there, or The Hill. They all have it up there. I don't want to go into it because it's so disgusting to watch. What is happening to us? This is the last clip I'm showing you from Joe in this crazy press conference. He's about to look at his list of appointees, his list of pre-prepared answers, and he's going to ask this one girl a question, and we're gonna end with something pretty amazing.
Okay. Where am I here? Let me see. Caitlin?
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I have a question for you, but first, I'd like to follow up on a question from Yamiche, and that's on the filibuster.
That counts as a question, but go ahead.
Okay, I'll make it quick. It's a
No,
quick
no, you
question.
can.
Regarding the filibuster, at John Lewis's funeral, President Barack Obama said he believed the filibuster was a relic of the Jim Crow era. Do you agree?
Yes.
If not, why not abolish it if it's a relic of the Jim Crow era?
Read your answer.
Successful electoral politics is the art of the possible.
What the heck did you just say to me? She mentioned Obama, and he said they're changing their narrative now, right? They're saying it is a relic of the Jim Crow laws. Well, guess what? It wasn't whenever Barack Obama was trying to push his Obamacare mandate that he said this, accompanied by a soundbite right after with Schmuck Schumer.
In the Senate rules that really, I think, would change the character of the Senate forever. And what I worry about would be that you essentially have still two chambers, the House and the Senate, but you have simply majoritarian absolute power on either side. And that's just not what the founders intended.
We are on the precipice of a crisis, a constitutional crisis. The checks and balances which have been at the core of this republic are about to be evaporated by the nuclear option. The checks and balances which say that if you get 51% of the vote, you don't get your way 100% of the time. It is amazing. It's almost a temper tantrum.
It's amazing that you guys are flipping the narrative now to dupe the American people. Oh, man. Wake up, everybody. Stand up for liberty. Don't be afraid to challenge the narrative. These schmucks are in here hard. More exploitation of tyranny on the next one. Thanks for being a part of the Nino G Show. Catch you on the next one.